daughter of nature. In the heart of a lush valley, nestled between two ancient hills, there lived a girl named Nyambura, whose birth was whispered to have coincided with the blooming of the rare moonflower, a blossom that only opened once every decade under a full moon. Her mother, Wanjiko, a herbalist and midwife, believed Nyambura was a gift from the earth itself. Her father, a quiet man who carved walking sticks from fallen branches, simply called her his little forest. From the moment she could walk, Nyambura wandered barefoot through the woods, speaking to trees as if they were elders and listening to the wind like it carried secrets. She learned the names of birds not from books, but from their songs. She knew which mushrooms healed and which ones harmed, which roots soothed fevers, and which leaves summoned dreams. But the world beyond the valley was changing. The nearby town of Kijijiku was growing fast. Bulldozers replacing buffalo, plastic choking rivers, and smoke rising where once mist danced. The elders warned of the age of iron, when the land would be forgotten and the sky would no longer remember the stars. Nyambura, now a teenager, felt the tension between her valley's serenity and the town's hunger. She began to write poems, verses that braided the sorrow of dying trees with the laughter of children who had never climbed one. Her words were raw, rhythmic, and rebellious. She recited them at the local market, where some scoffed but others listened. One day, a man in a crisp suit arrived. He was from the Ministry of Development, and he brought maps, contracts, and promises. The valley, he said, was underutilized. It would be transformed into a resort, complete with golf courses, luxury cabins, and a helipad. The villagers were offered money, relocation, and silence. Nyambura refused. She stood before the council, her voice trembling but fierce. "This valley is not empty," she said. "It is full of memory, of medicine, of music. You cannot pave over the heartbeat of our ancestors." Her protest sparked a movement. Young people from Kijijiku joined her. Drawn by her words and by her courage, they called themselves Wana wa Asili, children of nature. They planted trees, cleaned rivers, and staged poetry readings in deforested zones. Nyambura's poem, "I Am the Daughter of Nature," became their anthem. I am the whisper in the wind, the echo in the cave, the root that holds the mountain, the fire that does not crave. But resistance came at a cost. Nyambura was arrested during a peaceful sit-in. Her cell was cold, her captors cruel. Yet even there, she wrote, scratching verses into the wall with a stone. Her words spread beyond the valley, reaching Nairobi, Mombasa, even Kampala. Environmentalists, artists, and elders rallied. The resort plan was suspended. Upon her release, Nyambura returned to the valley. She was thinner, quieter, but her eyes burned brighter. She began teaching children not just about nature, but about identity. How the land was not just soil, but soul. She spoke of feminine strength, of how women, like rivers, carve paths through stone, not with force, but persistence. Years passed. The valley remained untouched, protected by law and love. Nyambura, now a woman, became a legend. Her poems were taught in schools, her story was sung at weddings, and every decade, when the moonflower bloomed, villagers gathered to recite her verses under the stars. Daughter of nature.